Hello and welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. My name is Heather Thomas. I am the Songbird Stamper and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Fareham in the United Kingdom. It's 8 PM UK time on a Thursday evening and I'm not working, so I'm here with you guys live for a bit of fun crafting. So please do say hey and tell me where you're from if you're watching. I love to see all of you kind of tuning in and come to say hi. We're going to have a little play today with the Citrus Blooms stamp set and the Mediterranean Blooms suite. So it's in the new annual catalogue, which if you don't have a copy yet, they're probably kind of on their way to you if you already your demonstrator and we have classes together. And if not, and you'd like one, do give me a shout. So this is on page 35 of the new 2024 to 2025 annual catalogue. Good evening, Lisa. How are you doing this evening? Well, that's a bit bright, isn't it? It's still sunny out, which is unusual. So I've got my curtain open, my blind up, rather, I should say. But yeah, this is the bundle and the papers. I love it. I wasn't sold to begin with, I must say. And then I saw one of my downline post a card that she'd made. The lovely Anne-Marie Lapine made a beautiful card, and I was like, oh, actually, I really like that. Hey, Louisa, how are you? How are you doing? And then I ordered this. For a class I was running today, but it didn't arrive in time. So yesterday I had a quick last minute pivot and we will do this one next time. So if you come to my kind of longer tutorial based classes, we're going to make some form of an album. Hey, Joanna. Hi, Elizabeth. Hey, Gina. Lovely to see you. So yeah, we're going to have a play with this one. And I've just had a bit of a kind of play around this evening. I'm going to use a fun fold again. So I'm going to do two projects if we should get time. I've already done a lot of the cutting. I'll show you the papers. So I've done some fussy cutting this evening. I'll show you the papers and then we'll get crafting. So the kind of theme of this suite is Citrus Blooms. Oh, hello, Katie. Hello, Diane. Hello, Katie's father-in-law. Nice to see you. So on one side, you've got all your kind of blooms and your citrus, which is beautiful, beautiful lemons and oranges. Some gorgeous, gorgeous little flowers. Hello, Claire. How are you? Long time no see. And then you've got this one here. I love this. I can just see me sitting and cutting all of them, to be honest. Oh, let me not lose that stamp stuck to my paper. And then kind of more in-depth oranges, and then this one as well is gorgeous, lovely for fussy cutting. And then you've got on the reverse side all these kind of blues. Hello, Susan from Minnesota. Glad you caught a live. I'm glad you caught a live too. And with not the same tech issues as I had last week, although I probably shouldn't speak too soon. My camera played ball, and I think I might have figured out what the problem is. So that's good. Gorgeous. Love this. Love these tiled backgrounds. Aren't they beautiful? No, I know my stamp was just stuck to the paper there. So I'm absolutely loving these and how they contrast with each other. You've got, that's probably not the best, but look at that one against the blues there. Hey, Becky, how you doing? Hello, Jill. Nice to see you. To see you nice. That's the old Bruce Forsyth, isn't it? Okay, so what have we got? I've decided to work with Knight of Navy. I'm going to make a bit of a fun fold card to begin with. The second project actually isn't a card, but it's something I've made a couple of and I really like, so you'll have to stick by. So standard card size base, we're going to do 14.5 by 21. So it's already 21 that way. It does exactly, Diane. It reminds me of tiles. And I very, very nearly cut the thing into tiles, kind of to case Emma Goddard, and she did a tile card recently. But I thought actually it looks so much like tiles anyway. I'm not sure how that would have worked out. So we're just going to score that in half at 10.5. So we're making a standard size card to begin with. And then what we're going to do is chop off this front corner. So from there down to there. I'm going to pop that in the trimmer. I'm going to line it up in the guide. So in my cutting guide there, and move that up a bit, you can see, and down here. But don't chop from the corner because you have the ability to ruck that. So we're going to go straight down like that and chop that corner off and give ourselves like a little corner fold. Hello, Anne-Marie, how are you? I was just talking about you, Anne-Marie. I was just saying your card that you made really inspired me. You posted one with the Mediterranean Bloom Suite, and I hadn't purchased it until your card, and I was like, now I need this set. So there we go. And so what we're going to do is we're going to cut another piece of cardstock, and this is going to be 7.5. I sound like I'm making it up. I'm not. I just can't quite remember. So 7.5 by the length of the card, 21, scored in half at 10.5. Now, I've made one of these before, actually not that long ago on my live, but we always say, don't we, we make a load, we make normal cards all the time. So there's nothing wrong with making a fun fold card more than once either. And I'm not a massive fan of fun folds, but I do like this one. So there we go. We've got our 2 bits like that. And then we're going to need some papers. So I've gone for... Hello, Anita. Lovely to see you again. I've had a class today, so I've seen some of you guys in person, which was amazing. But yeah, sorry that these papers didn't arrive in time. Otherwise, we would have been playing. So I'm going to grab this one. It's kind of a more larger tile. Let me hold that up. The light is a little bit funny at the moment. Kind of contrasting blues, basically. One big pattern, one small pattern. And we are going to chop. I'm going to chop this one down to a standard size, which is 14 by 10. And that then is going to go inside our card, if you like. This one here, we're going to cut down to 9.7. And this is very precise, and you'll see why in a minute. 9.7 by 13.7. Did the package? Yeah, Katie, it literally came today. It was supposed to come yesterday, and it was so funny. I was on tenterhooks waiting all day. I really wanted to design the project yesterday. I had it in my head. It was one of those I had in my head. So this is going to stick in here. And I thought, I can do it. If it comes like what normal time, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I looked on and it said, yeah, it was coming. And I could see the van on the tracking system on the UPS app just down the road. And I was like, perfect, be here in a minute. And then I was like, it's not here. Why is it not here? So I looked and it was still saying almost there. And it was in Titchfield, which is just up the road. And then I was like, okay, he's going the wrong way. And they was in Cattersfield, then Locks Heath. And I'm like, he's still not kind of coming back this way. And then I saw him on the motorway going into Southampton. And then I saw him in Southampton. I was like, that's not coming today, is it? So I had a replan last night. So this piece here, we're going to want to chop in half. Now I could have just used the other half that I've chopped off earlier, but I wanted to show you how to do it. And you have to make it slightly smaller. So we've cut it to 9.7 by 13.7. Okay, and then you're going to chop it in half. Just make sure you chop it the right way. Although for this kind of pattern, it doesn't really matter. But if you've got a directional pattern, make sure you chop it the right way. So that's going to go there. I normally start with my blade in the middle, go up and down again because I don't ruck the corners then. And then you've got another one that you can use for another card. So I've now got 2 others that I can use. Have I got some help? Ah, bless you. Yeah, Claire, you do need to try and get some help. It is really important to look after your mental health, and it's money well spent, I think, if you can get some help for sure. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Anita, at the Maker's House. It's a lovely venue, that one. Really nice group of people too, if I don't say so myself. Oh, Katie, I was looking at your comment going, what was rude? Yeah, I know, my delivery driver, bless him. But they came this morning, 10:15, which is much earlier than normal, but I was out, sadly. But there you go. Such is life. We made a pivot. It's not like I haven't got enough craft supplies at home to be able to make a class, is it? Let's be truthful. So that's our kind of front. I love how they look together. Absolutely love how those 2 blues pair against each other just there in contrast. So we've got this one here, and then we're going to decorate this piece. So we need 2 pieces of plain white cardstock, basic white cardstock, and they are going to be 10 centimeters by 7 centimeters. 10 by 7. So if we cut this to 7, then we can cut this to 10. Ah, Claire, well, the groups are there. All the dates and the times are on my website, so always there. All you got to do, let me know, pay your deposit. You're in. You're more than welcome. Okay. So we've got 1 piece for the inside and 1 piece for the outside. And we're going to decorate both of those up. I'm going to do the inside first, and I'm going to grab the stamps. So we've got this little one here. Oh, bless you, Louisa. Thank you. Oh, you did some lovely projects. It was, honestly, I was amazed how well they came out from myself yesterday. Not from you guys, Sam. I'm not always amazed at you guys. But the colours looked so different. We used the new ink colours, and it was really lovely. Really beautiful projects. So we're going to use this one and stamp this, kind of going off the page a little bit. We're just adding a little accent in the corner, and again in the corner down here. Now, when I did this, that's definitely not straight. Neither is my earlier card that I made, by the way. It's totally not straight. When I made this earlier, I did these the opposite way around. So I stamped there and there, but then I realised I couldn't write my greeting. It makes more sense to have your name up here because we write left to right. And I've got this lovely sentiment. It says, just checking in. Oh, hello, Wendy. How you doing? All right. Never too late. Oh, thank you, Susan. Yeah, the colours look gorgeous, and I think you're going to love this one. So I'm just going to put this in. This is not going to be straight, I can assure you, because I know my stamp. I put it on crooked. So yeah, I mean that's really wonky, but you know, it's handmade. That's what I always say. What I always say. Cocky. Right. So that's the inside. That can go in. And then we can start decorating on the outside. Perfect. And we had a lovely cake today as well from one of the big 5 supermarkets. Gorgeous. Lime curd cake it was. Absolutely delicious. We have a lovely lady come to my class who quite often bakes for us, and we're very spoiled. So I thought I would treat. She wasn't coming today, so I thought I'd treat everybody. Okay, then we're going to use the Stampin' Right marker. Okay. Yeah, no worries, Claire. I'll read that later. And then I'm going to grab some grid paper. 2 secs. Ross came in just before I was going live, and he was like, oh, it's such a mess in here again. I was like, I know, it was tidy yesterday. And then the Stamp Camp goodies came. So the Stamp Camp goodies for everybody are safely, but all over my floor in little piles. So they are, he's banned because he's quite good at stepping on things. Crookedly checking, yeah, exactly, Louisa. Crookedly checking in with you. You know, that's how life goes sometimes, isn't it? So we're just going to flick some ink onto the back of this. And entirely up to you how much you have. I think the Stampin' Right markers work really well for this. I've only just started using them for this. The nibs are a lot stronger, so you can actually do that without damaging it. Spent time tidying a room on Monday. We had a flop for a while. I know it never lasts long, does it? Okay. That's my saying for today. I've got this cute little stamp. It says hello. And we're going to stamp that bottom right on this one. And I thought that was really nice. Hello, just checking in. I really like that sentiment because that's actually what I would like to send a card for a lot of the time. And my mission is to get better at sending my cards. I am delivering more when I see people, which is quite nice. But I need to get around to actually sending them. So that's going to go on the front. And then we can look at using some stamps, shall we? This gorgeous orange stamp that we've got. Citrus blooms. There we go. So we need some more basic white. I'm not convinced this is going to be wide enough. That one might be actually. And we're going to bring in this big stamp here. So it's a good old size, this one. It fits on the, which block is this? F? E block. We're going to stamp it up in Memento. With the kind of dark colours that we've got with the Night of Navy, you can absolutely get away with stamping this with Memento. It's my default stamping ink for the blends. But recently, I've been using quite a lot of lighter colours, like the pastel colours, and that works much better with the grey ink, I think, just the standard basic grey or the smoky slate even. There we go. So that's a beautiful image. It is line broken, so if you got this one and you think, oh, it's defective, it's not. It is supposed to be line broken, so don't worry about that. You've just got a couple of breaks there. Ah, you did so. Oh, did you get one of those cakes? Did you on the way home? I don't blame you. It was delicious. I may have had another piece when I got home. So I've got the dark pumpkin pie, light pumpkin pie blends. I've also got the dark old olive, light old olive, and dark daffodil delight. Oh, that's a mouthful, isn't it? Dark daffodil delight, light daffodil delight, and then this one here. The next Maker's House. That's a great question. We did figure it out today. It will be on the, I'm just checking, 27th of June. 27th of June for my next one. So what we're going to do is grab, I'm going to start with the green. So this is dark old olive, light old olive. And actually I noticed, I've also got the pecan pie. What I noticed with this is it's, I always start with the dark marker and I just add some in here. When this reacts with the light marker, it can turn a little bit brown, which actually for this kind of thing is perfect. Because it goes right into that, and where you got the woody stems as well. So I thought that blended in really nicely. I also, with this stamp set, did buy new pumpkin pie markers and new old olive markers. And I'll probably get some more just in time for the class when I do this, because I think there could be a lot of colouring in. So I don't know if you can see this at all, but it's really nice blend from light to dark. Wish there was I know, a stamp for lemons. Wouldn't that be perfect? I was hoping there would be. You've got the papers for lemons, and we've got the old, I mean, it's not old, it's still current, I think, isn't it? The zesty lemon one. I don't know. The names escape me tonight. There was that lemony one, but it would have been really nice if there'd been a lemon stamp in this to match the paper as well. I am totally with you, Susan. I kept looking at it like, are you sure that's not a lemon? I don't even think there's any way to make it look like a lemon. Somebody will probably prove me wrong. Somebody very, very creative will probably do that. I remember when the really talented Kim Fee took the apples and made them oranges, which was perfect. Yeah, she's very clever. If you don't know, she's one of the artisan design team this year, so super awesome. So that's just colouring in those. And I like to give it a good colouring in. Oh, Louisa, bless you. Yeah, I'll definitely come along, be with some good company, and we will raise a slice of cake to your mum, bless her. It does get easier as the years go on, but it's still difficult. Difficult time. So yeah, come and join us and we'll have some cake. Celebrate. And a cup of coffee or tea if you drink those. I'm sure Jamie makes lovely coffees and teas. I'm just grateful that I don't have to. I actually don't make teas and coffees now in any of my classes, which is a huge thing for me. Oh no, that's not quite true. One of my classes I make the teas and coffees. Only one though. And I'm not very good at it. For those that don't know me, I don't drink either tea or coffee. I actually can't stand either. Like, I don't even like looking at them. My hatred runs that deep. Funny for a British person, but I know a couple of people, not many of us, just a couple. Okay. So I did wonder whether this might be a lot of colouring in for you guys to watch me doing, but we're getting through it. I tried to get Russ on board with me doing colouring down in the living room, but he doesn't like the squeak these pens make. And probably not that safe to have alcohol markers on good furniture, let's be honest. So I'm just popping some light old olive up on those stems there. It is at my dad's that I do the teas and coffees. Yeah, yeah, it is. What I should do is employ my dad. I should pay him. Like, Dad, if I give you a £5, will you make the teas and coffees? Probably not right ethically, is it? Let's be honest. Oh, hello, Holly. Oh, I know. We'll see you again soon. I promise. I'll come up for a play date with you. Can't say when, but I will, promise. Okay. We're going to grab the pecan pie. And I might have to turn the lights on and close the blind in a sec. Just starting to lose the light. Longest day is the 21st, I think, isn't it? 21st of June. There we go. So that's that light pecan pie. And then we can go in with the oranges. So this is the dark pumpkin pie. I love that. I haven't used pumpkin pie for a long time, actually. Oh, it was one of my first colours I ever bought. It was actually this combination. Old olive, we had and pumpkin pie. We had a stamp set. I can't remember what it was, but I really loved the colour combination when I first found out about Stampin' Up. And so I got these two colours. And then I think I started to go for the brights, because these are actually in the... Are these in... Where's the pumpkin pie? Yeah, where is pumpkin pie? Pumpkin pie is now in brights. I've got a feeling this one used to be in Regals. Oh, Susan, yes, I do. So I'm just having a lovely time chatting to myself and colouring in, to be honest. I should read your comments. I do use the bullet tip for colouring in. I find I am a bit clumsy, and that might be a bit of an overstatement, or understatement, rather. So I do tend to use the bullet nip for colouring. Now, if you'll see me doing it literally just now, if I'm doing an area that's quite big, quite easy to colour in, like this big area here, and needs one pass, I will grab the bullet tip, the brush tip, and I will colour that in like that. But if it needs any kind of blending, I find I can push much harder with the bullet tip than I can with the brush tip. So I try not to do any kind of blending with that. Yeah, autumn stamp set. I'm sure, I don't know if it was or whether it just looked it to me, but it was a lovely flower. I'd love to be able to remember what it was. I remember it by kind of visuals. If I saw a picture, I would know it for sure. And I coloured it in with I don't even know if it was the Stampin' Blends at the time, to be honest. Might have just been with the Stampin' Right markers. This was before I knew anything about actually how to colour. Like, I'm not an expert now, but I feel I get fairly good results with my colouring and think I've helped. I would love people to say that I've helped them kind of become more confident with colouring. So that's the dark, and then I'm just going to go in with the light with that bullet tip again, and that's where I'm going to do my blending between the light and the dark. I've got a few people trying to convince me to run an in-person colouring course. So I'm quite tempted. If you're in and around the Waterlooville area, I am quite tempted by that next year. I've got no plans at the moment, but I'm really aware that I haven't done one for a while. I've got a little bit of an urge niggling at me to do something. So that's the blending done. And then you can grab this and do one pass with that one, because that's what gets you your lightest colours. And I'm just doing a little bit more blending, but one coat. Yeah, exactly, it does. It destroys really easily. That's actually my only real, the two. I wish we could open them up and refill them as well. I think that would be great. But those are my only two. I love them. Other than that, the colors are just fabulous. I used a different brand before, and I wish they were better. So what they didn't do very well, they coloured lovely, but there was no coordination of colours. So you had to, if you wanted to kind of blend like this, there was no light and dark marker. You had to kind of go through your entire collection and figure out which colours might be same tonal value. And that was really quite difficult for me. It's just lovely to be able to grab these, and the colour lifter as well if you want a bit more of a highlight. Okay, so that's nearly there. And then we're just going to grab that Daffodil Delight. But isn't that beautiful? I love how that's come out. Ah, bless you. Thank you, Katie. Very, very, makes me very happy to have helped people feel a bit more confident with their colouring. I think because I remember learning, and I remember what worked and what didn't work and what helped me. I've never had any lessons, but so this is Daffodil Delight. I will talk about what I'm doing, and all I'm going to do is add, I'm not going all the way up to the edges, I'm just adding a touch, and I'm leaving white at the edges just because I think we've got quite a lot of colour and dark colour on this. We're wanting a bit more light in there, so I'm just adding a little bit of that light Daffodil Delight, and then we can bring in the colour lifter, and then we can just colour lift those edges there. Ah, thank you. Yeah, it's a lovely stamp set. Really pretty. So what are you guys all up to then? What's everybody got on for the weekend? I'm working this weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I always say Monday because it feels like my week's just about to start. Friday, Saturday, Sunday at work for me. Then I have got a little bit of time off again. Just not anything planned, just chilling. So I've done the kind of orange stamp, and then I'm going to grab this memento again and that flower, and we're just going to do 1, 2, 3, and we'll colour those in with the Daffodil Delight. Ah, thanks, Joanna. I do love colour. I could just get lost with my colouring. I don't like it to take hours. I haven't got the patience for kind of really in-depth colouring. I just want a nice effective result fairly quickly. That is actually, that's probably the motto of my entire life. I'm a very 80-20 person. 20% effort for 80% results. Nothing planned for the weekend. Took a tumble last weekend. Oh, Joanna, bless you. You do. Yeah, rest up. Hopefully it'll be a little bit of sunshine and you can maybe rest in the garden. I always find that really relaxing. Grab a magazine or something and just chill out on a chair in the garden maybe. Hope you're not too badly hurt. It is quite nasty when you take a tumble. Loved hanging out on Zoom for the classes. Expect Halls would enjoy in person. Yes, I bet she was. No, Zoom's difficult. Zoom's difficult for some. Totally. Love my colouring and blending. Light and dark, high and lows. Ah, oh, bless you, Anita. Yeah, I think they can be really effective. But yes, I am very much a quick results kind of person. But yeah, I'm really pleased that it's been beneficial to lots of you. I'd love to know. I ought to count up. I'm not even sure I would know how many people I've taken through the course. I've probably run about 6 now, and I always enjoy them. And I love working with the different stamps as well. Every time we have different stamp sets, so I kind of tailor the course and change it, and that always brings about its own challenges, but also its own rewards, which is good. Yeah, I've got no idea what the weather's doing here. I'm expecting it to be busy at work if it's a nice weekend. It's been ramping up steadily. as the weekends have gone on. But we had quite an early Easter, so we've not had a kind of big influx of people onto the waterways. So we've had a bit more of a gentle lead up to it. 5 new books delivered today, so plenty of reader material. That's what we like to hear. I wish I was more of a prolific reader. I go through fits and starts. I bought a Kindle, so I do enjoy having my Kindle, but yeah, I wish I was a better reader. Ouch, I just stabbed myself. Oh, and by the way, if you cut yourself, which I did earlier, excuse the state of my hands, don't by accident get your alcohol marker, like don't rub it on your finger by accident. It hurts. Hurt a lot. I couldn't work out why it was stinging, and then I realised. Right, so I'm just going to turn some lights on. Oh, we've got a beautiful double rainbow out the window. Beautiful. Let me see if I can get a picture of it and show you. Excuse me while I sidetrack. And you'll see how dirty my windows are, but you see it? Oh, look at that beautiful double rainbow there, look. And that's my view from my window. It's quite nice, isn't it? Lucky, lucky. Right, so let's put these lights on. That's a bit better, isn't it? Lovely, we can see what we're doing again. It wasn't the paper that I cut my finger on. It wasn't anything craft related either. It was, I sliced it on something earlier. Not a massively deep cut, luckily, but just a little bit. Yeah, really lovely view. I love having a south-facing view. It gets a bit challenging in the summer because the light is coming right in. And if I'm doing anything on Zoom or kind of watching anything on the TV, I just can't see the screen. But I will take that any day over having a lovely view. Yeah. That's 2 of us have cut ourselves today. Diane cut herself in class, and then got the blood on her project. Bless her. No, I have done that before. Don't notice. So I love that die. I mean, it's really quick and easy to cut out. Gorgeous. Yes, Louisa, I probably should have done that. I'm a bad demonstrator. It's a gorgeous set of dies, so thank you for asking. These are the dies that come with it. So you get one to cut out the big stamp set, one to cut out the small stamp set. The flowers, the 2 different size flowers, you get 2 of each, which is great. And you get 4 of these lovely leaves, which we're going to use in a minute. And then all these little flowers, which we're going to use on the next project as well. So you get all of those. And then you also get these. And this is gorgeous. So it was just a little, and she did get a plaster. She were brave. She did get I don't know if it was a cartoon character plaster. It should have been though. So you get this one here, and that kind of, you can use it for whatever you want to. And then you get this kind of frame and the outside frame as well, which I cannot wait to do for my next project, for the mini album. I thought this is gonna be perfect. That's what it is in my head anyway. It's perfect in my head. Just need to get it out onto paper. So that's your die set for this one, which is gorgeous. And then you get these lovely gems as well. So you get a pack of those gems. Yeah, you could absolutely make a wreath with just the die cuts here. They are gorgeous. Perfect for a lot of different things. Okay, so when we stick this on, I'm going to show you what not to do. Don't stick it on so that and I probably shouldn't have stamped my sentiment quite so early. Don't stick it. Try and not go over the top of your fold here. That's my one tip. So we're going to stick it on just like that on dimensionals. And I'll show you why in a minute. So I'm just going to chop. I'm into the very corners of my dimensionals at the moment. And I've got lots of them to use up. So I must be well behaved and use these edges up. I just go around like that, chop into all of them, and then you've got loads of these little bits to use. I knew someone once that used to throw the bits away. They'd use the middle bits and then throw these away, and I still have to watch out at my class because people just don't realise, or they don't think, yeah, I can use those. But you absolutely can. Get the most out of it all. Do you know what I said to the guys today? I had my Stampin' Up delivery delivered, and I was like, oh, I could do an unboxing on the on my YouTube live tonight. And then when I got home, I realised I hadn't actually really ordered anything for me. It was literally just this one and some cardstock and some blends, because it was just everything for the stamp camp. I was like, oh, that's a bit sad. I was looking forward to some nice new stuff to play with, but so I have got this one, so that's good. Too busy chatting and not paying attention. We did a lot of chatting today, didn't we? It was nice. It was a good class today. Okay, always is. So I've just added those few extra flowers. I think it really lifts it. So just stick those on with a little bit of Tombow glue. And then we're going to add some gems. So I've gone for the yellow ones. There's quite a lot of blue on this project. So I've gone for these, and I'm going to use my fingers. So it is a brilliant excuse for another order, Diane, isn't it? And I've got a few bits to get for Anita as well. So, you know, needs must and all that. Needs must. Yeah, I really should. There's not. I'm trying to be really good, because we've got the online exclusives that come out now, and I really love the online exclusives sometimes. So I'm just kind of like, oh, can't have it all, but so I might wait and see what the online exclusives are. I think we can, as demonstrators, we can see them in. This is really bad practice. Do not put your gems on like this. You run the risk of slicing into your fingers. As we've discussed, that's bad. Yeah, so we get to see the online exclusives in June, so that's fun. That's very soon. And so that is our front panel decorated. So now all that we've got is to put our card together. So we've got our inside, our outside, inside, outside. Now, the hardest part is sticking this on straight. I definitely haven't stuck it on straight on the last one. I thought I had. And then I opened it up and I was like, so I'm putting a lot of glue on the back purely because I want the wiggle room. So my theory is that if I have more glue, I get more wiggle room. So open that up. Make sure it's straight when you open it as well, and then comes down like that. I think I've done a better job on that one. So there's your card. That is your fun fold card. Hello, Shaz. How are you doing? Nice to see you. To see you nice. We can try and have it all for sure. We really can. So there's my little unfold card, and you can write in here, or you can write on the back with this last one. That's the one I did earlier. Here's one I made earlier. I put a little space on the back as well, purely really because, so this is why you don't put it sticking up over the top, because it then actually doesn't open. So it has to be, I have to tuck it under now, but I thought it was a bit backwards to write the name here and come down here. Hello, Sue. Lovely to see you. Yeah, have a watch from the beginning. It's a beautiful fun fold. Yeah, it's a lovely one, and it's really nice for showing off the different papers, and that I think that just really works really well with it. And that's the coloured in oranges. So what we're going to do now is move on to some lemons, oranges and lemons, and I'm going to make a little door hanging, I think. So we'll grab some more cardstock. We're going to cut it to 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. I'm not entirely sure why it's these measurements, but the one I made earlier was, and I've just taken the same measurements. So then we want to find a piece of paper that, so I've got this piece, but I don't think that's got enough design on it. So let's have a look, see what we've got. We've got this one that we used earlier. I do like that one. Yeah, the bold colours are lovely, Carol, aren't they? The blue and oranges. And have you got this one, Joanna? I blame Anne-Marie for this, because this was not on my radar. I don't really think I need that one. And then and then I ended up with it. So, but it is gorgeous. Which one do I want? I think I want this one again. So we're going to cut that to 5 3/4, 5 3/4. Mine. So we're going to just, so that's 5 3/4, and then I'm going to move it back 1, 2, 3 small lines. Okay, if that doesn't make any sense, it's around, it's just over 5.5. And that just gives me a really nice border when I'm working in inches. So that's that one, and that's going to go on there like that. Then we need a piece that measures, and we're going to go of the blue again this time. And we need another piece of the big one. So 4 by 4 inches. So we're going to cut another piece here down to 5 3/4 and 5 3/4, just because it makes it a bit stiffer. So because this is a hanging, not a card, we're going to glue those together, and we're going to put some ribbon in between. Okay, got the Attention Shopper bundle coming. Oh, one of my class ladies ordered that the other day, and that's another one I don't have yet. Yeah, I keep looking at things, and I'm like, oh, that is lovely, but I haven't caved yet. So this is 4 inches by 4 inches. How's the light doing? You've just bought the papers, or you can make, look, this is just using, not quite just, I've put some of the dies in, but you can add some other foliage dies really easily. And then we need a piece of white. I don't think that's going to be big enough, is it? No. That's not going to be big enough either. Let's grab another piece. So same with this one. We're going to go measure the 4 and then just move it back 3 short lines, and that gives us a really nice sized border. The little lines are 1/16 of an inch. I did a class with I wish I could do a class with Michaela. You lucky duck. She's amazing. On Tuesday, made a wedding card with it. What with the Attention Shoppers? Oh, send me a picture, Joe. Send me a picture. Yeah, I know, Shaz. That's what sold it. We showed Michaela's pictures at class, and that's what this lady purchased it. So thank you, Michaela. Okay, so what we're going to do is stamp in the top left-hand corner our sentiment. Okay, that's the first thing we're going to do, because if we don't do that first, then we might end up covering it over. So the Citrus Blooms one has got "You're the best kind of person," and I'm going to go with that. I'm going to take that one off there. I'm going to put that on. Some people have asked me, so I will tell you why I don't try and line my stamps up on the block. And I put them on almost as wonky as I can get them, because otherwise I'll be using the block to try and line up with, and I find that really challenging. So I put my stamps on almost as wonky as I can across the block, and then when I stamp, I am only stamping based on the stamp itself, and whether that is straight, the block then doesn't come into play. So I know I can hold that like that now. I probably should do a test stamp, but I'm going to go for it. There we go. You're the best kind of person. But yeah, that's just me. You will probably find your own way. I might just do a little bit of flicking on this as well, because it came out really well last time. Let's grab that grid paper back. And I don't really want it up this area, so I'm going to try and direct it down into this bottom section and up the top there. Just a little bit, she says, going back in with another one. There we go. Okay, so that's that. Now we are going to... Oh, you do the same? Yeah, it's so much. I just find it so much easier. People are like trying to line it up straight on the block. Maybe just don't, and give it a go wonky and see if you find that easier. I certainly do. Okay, so what we've got, I have fussy cut some of the lemons, because I was aware that we wouldn't necessarily have all the time in the world once I'd made that last card. And I just love these. The images are so beautiful. I've cut out some of the leaves, And I've cut out some of the flowers, the small flowers from the design series paper as well. So they're quite hard to cut round, I will say that, because it's difficult to see where the end of the actual flower is and where the white paper starts. But you haven't got the shopper one, but did get this one last week. Yeah, I like this one. I've been really pleased with it, literally just after starting playing with it today. So we've got 2 of these, and I'm thinking these are going to go around here something like this. Might be, I mean, they might be a bit big and bold. We don't know how this is going to turn out because I haven't tested it. This is on the hoof, which you know isn't my preferred style of crafting. If you follow me, we might just get away with one. Potentially one may look better, so I'm going to go and just kind of start to assemble a little bit because I'm finding it hard to see what that might look like on the bigger frame. So we'll pop that one on there. Then we're going to pop this one on here. We can assemble it later, but let's just get an idea, feel for how it is. Lemons from the paper. Did wonder for a minute where the lemons were coming from after the olive. Yes. Yeah, the lemons from the paper. There's 2 whole sheets of pure lemons. So you've probably got enough to keep you going. It would just be nice if there was a stamp with it as well, I think. Because the stamp means that once the paper runs out, you can stamp more. This is going to go up on dimensionals. So these edges are perfect for this. So I'm just going to cut them longer than I did before. And I bet you this doesn't go on straight. This is normally my nemesis. When I start sticking things on with dimensionals, that's where it normally goes a bit wonky. And you can't as easily, I don't know, you can't easily get Tombow up either, can you? But you get no wiggle room with a dimensional. Once it's down, it's down. So there we go. A couple more. And that's that one used up, which is good because I say I've got a whole box full of edges to use up at the moment. Do you know what I've realised today? It's 1 day left of the joining offer. There's a wonderful joining offer with Stampin' Up at the moment with you get the normal £130 worth of product for £99. On top of that, you get so many in colour stuff. You get like the ink pads, papers, card. I actually don't know. And what I was going to say is I've done very little about the joining offer this month, so my apologies. But this is my kind of 1 day's notice. I may send a newsletter out tomorrow. If you were interested in coming and having some fun with us, tomorrow would be a great day to join. Okay, that is, I think, straight, but it's so hard to tell. It's normally just as soon as I've stuck it down, I realise actually it's not bad, not bad. And now you can start to see how this is going to look as a finished piece. So as in, are these going to look silly having 2 on there? And I don't think it does, actually. I think that looks quite nice. I wish you lived closer. I know, Joanna. I know. And I was really looking forward to seeing you in where did we just go? Rotterdam. And then I didn't see you, I don't think, did I? Did you not come? I was sad. I thought of you. I was excited to see you again. So this is going to go on there, and that's just going to go on over the top. I am not going to put them on dimensionals, I don't think. Am I? Am I going to put them on dimensionals? No, I don't think I am. I'm just going to go flat, am I? This is why I normally make things in advance, peeps. No, you didn't. I didn't think you did. I know my memory's not good, but I don't remember seeing you. Katie, help me out. Dimensionals or flat? And then I've got some flowers. I pass. I give up. We've got some little leaves, so I'm stalling while someone else makes the top one. The top one on dimensionals, Louisa. Well done. You're a good girl. Thank you. Right, bottom one. I had the same thought and I dismissed it. So I'm just going to put a bit of glue in the middle because that actually means the rest of it can get some lift if it wants. And then we're going to put bottom one flat, pop the other up. Yeah, well done. I knew you guys would get it. It was not a test. It was just me struggling. And then we'll put this one on dimensionals. We just put a few in the middle again. It doesn't really have to be covered in them. So you guys probably don't see, all you guys see is the finished result of my cards. It takes hours for me to make decisions on cards, what I'm going to make. I almost feel like I want to chop that flower off and put it somewhere else, but we have got a few. So that's going to go like that. And then we've got these ones that are going to kind of dot in around as well. So we can put some of these down, and we've got some leaves we can pop underneath. So these are going to pop in, and I'm just going to grab a little bit of glue, and that's going to go on the edges like that. And again, if you don't put the glue all the way to the end, it means they kind of, it gives them a bit of dimension without having them on dimensionals, which is quite nice. That's a little one there. I just love the white on white of these leaves. I love doing white on white for this kind of accented embellishment. And because we've not glued them, we might find we need to, although because I've already put glue in the middle, you can still tuck things under, which is quite cool. I've cut lots, but I don't know how many we're going to need. Oh, Louisa, you could put the leaves with a wink of Stella, couldn't you? That would look cute. I love a bit of wink of Stella. Just really kind of brings everything together, I think. These little accents. Probably don't necessarily need that there. Where am I going to put you? You're going to go underneath there. That might be enough, actually. And then we can add, so it's just, you can't, it's not like a massive focal point. It just adds some interest. And then these little flowers are going to go dotted around. Again, just kind of randomly. And that, again, just brings a little bit more lift. We've got the flat ones that are printed here. I'm trying to get this in the light so you can see it. We've got the flat ones there that are printed. And then we've got some lovely 3D ones. Again, probably don't need all the ones I've cut. Gonna go there. And then we've got these gorgeous ones. These are like little stars. The die cut cuts these out. But again, not convinced we need them. But you can add stuff like that if you want to. I don't think we need them. I cut them just in case. I think that's actually enough. So we'll grab some gems. How quick did that come together? Been using your scissors all evening and just remember where the magnets are. We did a project today with magnets on it, and Gina wasn't ready to stick magnets on her project yet. So we were like, take your magnets and put them on your scissors there. And then she's like, oh, I'm not convinced I'll remember. So we said between there's 4 of us, I think, between 4 of us, we might help you remember where your magnets are. So you've just found them. Just don't lose them again, because I'll have no idea where you put them if you move them. So we're just going to pop a few of these around. The white ones are really nice as well, actually, but I've gone for yellow. You can tell which one's my favourite normally. And one up there, I think, as well. But just a little bit of prettiness on that one. That would make a lovely framed piece, actually. So you could pop that in a frame. I've got from Hobbycraft, I get mine. So this is one I made a while ago. I don't know how, but there we go. Actually, I really like that in a frame. I was going to make a hanger. So this is what I was going to do. Put a little ribbon on it. There's one I made earlier. I think that looks really nice in that frame. So I'm going to pop it in a frame, I think, and call that job done. It's gorgeous. It's a really nice suite. I totally had written it off as something that wasn't appealing to me. But I'm really, really excited. Yeah, it goes lovely like that, doesn't it? With that white background as well. So I might just need to make a slightly bigger Night of Navy piece, but you won't see it once it's all together under there. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And then that was the card we made earlier, if you missed it. Nice little fun fold card. Shadow box frames are half price in Hobbycraft. Oh, are they? That's good to know. I might go and get some more. Yeah, the leaves tuck under so beautifully. And it's just, I mean, you can see them, but it's not a focal. It just adds to that definition and depth. Ah, you're going to do one. I can't read the rest of that comment, Gina. It's just hidden. Thanks, Lisa. Any chance you can make that at the Maker's House? Yeah, absolutely. You're gonna, if you grab yourself a frame, then when we do the albums, you're gonna get half a pack of papers. They came today, so you could absolutely make that at the Maker's House, for sure, for sure. I can give you the dimensions for next time. And then those who don't want, because I've got a few who like making cards in that class as well. So anybody who wanted to make a card, this, if you didn't want it in a frame, would make a gorgeous big card as well. It would make a lovely statement piece card. I don't think I've got any, but a nice 8x8 card. I need to get some more. I ran out the other day. So if you put that on a big white 8x8 card, it would look gorgeous. Ah, you can't make the next one. Well, maybe we'll do that on another one. Maybe we'll do that on another one. Okay, my lovely ladies and gents, that's all from me for today. Thank you so much for popping by. Yeah, I will be here next week. I am not going to be working. So I don't know what I'm going to share, but if you've got any ideas at all and you want me to demo anything, apart from masculine, I've done enough masculine this month. I can't do any more. Ready for Father's Day. Although these would make lovely masculine cards, I thought as well. Doesn't have to be, even though they've got a few flowers on, doesn't have to just be for the females. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Carol. Flying home next week, so miss you. Oh, bless you. But a safe flight, safe travels. You're very welcome, everybody. I just finished off today's project. I love that. So sit with me during class today and then sit with me, finish them off during the live. Love it. Yeah, if you don't have a demonstrator, then get on your demonstrator for a catalogue. So get on me for a catalogue. If you do have a demonstrator, ask your demonstrator for a new catalogue. If you haven't already got one, and you could grab these products yourself as well. If you fancy anything, give me a shout. Other than that, I'll be back next week. So take care. Have a wonderful weekend. I really hope the sun shines for you all. And I hope it doesn't shine for me because that makes it busier at work. But I hope it shines for all of you and that you can have some relaxing time in the garden maybe. Take care, everyone. Oh, bless you, Anne-Marie. Thank you so much. Seeing as it was your fault, I got this. No, I'm really pleased. I was really pleased you inspired me. Thank you. And yeah, I love the results. Thanks, guys. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all again really soon. Bye, everybody. Bye.